Do it, lock it in. Yes!
Oh, okay, nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Blitzcrank and Silas.
Nice, I'm so hyped about this game now. Even the enemy team will not know that you're doing it. So Schalke's going to get here a little bit too late.
And exactly as predicted, Foxtrot. Good call, Misfits.
Won't have an ulti this game.
Well, Memento does. Memento's caught out Feathervin. Feathervin's going to use the Claw of Doom to escape. Hasn't even used his ulti. Hasn't even used the flash. Looks for Abatage. What was that?
Questionable, that's what that was. We might have some more coming through.
Flash into Chain of Corruption. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Memento gets dunked in the mid lane.
Oh, 2 kills going over. When you're looking at this game to progress and how these teams want to win the games. Oh, there's Yama coming through.
Take a look at that.
Flash kick.
Gets the Sonic Wave, resonating strike. Oh, that was so close. Whenever the observers do that, I always think it's going to steal. We'll come back to the discussion in a moment or two. Soas gets pulled backwards. Can't use the hijack just yet. Looking to throw it down. Won't even get a chance.
It's just a little bit tough, honestly, looking at what he's going to be able to do in this game. He might just look a little lost as we go on. Unless he can make the picks, you know.
I mean, he's going to take the Infernal Drake, but Abatage, Ignor's coming in. The Memento flashes forward. Steals it away from Maxlaw. Maxlaw gets devoured after Hansaman's forced to run for his life. 1, 2, 3 kills on the Dragon. Feathervin and Soas like lambs to a slaughter. This is an ace on the cards for Schalke. They're just looking for the solo laners. That's a stun up onto Soas. Tries to escape with his life. Here comes Uptick. Here comes Ignor. That's 4. And it's only Aftershock wasn't the reason that time.
No, Aftershock wasn't the reason that time.
We'll give you
that was his script. That's what
for his life. Ignor, flash rocket grab, catches Hansama. Now Gorilla forced to run for his life. He's already flashed. Hansama's gone very, very low. He's escaped with his life. Chain of Corruption is not going to do enough to slow them down. As Abadagi's got 1 kill, looking for Gorilla, looking for Tom Kench. There's no support from the solo laners. There's no teleport from Soas, and of course Fairby unable to join the fight. 2 more.
You know, Schalke they have control of all of this game right now. They need to make sure that they don't just, like, Misfits have good catch, so he just needs to keep being aware that, in theory, this stuff can happen, and when you start picking people out of position like that, that's how Misfits claw their way back into this game.
All right, Ignor, once again, will find the devoured Gorilla! That's a donation and a half!
Yo, that
Gorilla ate the hook.
Oh, good.
The Stuckenschneider, amazing, hiding in the camp. Can't quite see where he is right now.
Soas has, I don't even know if he even has the Akali ult here. I'm assuming he does. Yeah, he has the Akali ult.
There we go. Just went into Akali mode. Soas now can't go through. Oh! Abadage finds the burst damage. Now Maxlaw's in trouble. Here comes Abadage. Dragon's Rage does nothing. Absolutely holds Maxlaw in pace because the power fist.
Yeah. You can't play those bounties. It's going to be a lot harder to get back into the game if you lose his Baron, but what are you going to do about it? Your jungler's dead, your top lane's dead. That's free from Schalke right there. And, you know, the game plan is just exactly the same as what we saw them try to do in that mid lane, where we saw the chains of corruptions coming out of Hansama, the follow-up from Feathervin. I mean,
where it can work.
Yeah, I think it's draft dependent, definitely. Like, I've not really liked it in this game. Bear in mind, this is literally the first time we've seen this, so
yeah.
Preliminary thoughts about all this stuff, please don't, you know, burn me at the stake.
Sieging on multiple lanes. Look, they've got Abadagi down at the bottom. That's a wave clear. That's a root. That's a lockdown. Chain of Corruption. Since gold comes out. Okay, that's 1 kill, but it's on the man that has no bounty. So it is a smallest of victories. Actually, I take it back. It's still a loss. You've lost a tower bottom. You're about to lose a tower top. You're about to lose a tower middle. Misfits are down 10,000 gold. And Schalke continue to prove that they are the real deal.
100, like, these
guys take enough damage. Odoam is completely left alone, unchecked in the top lane. He's playing PvE LEC. The inhibitor's going to drop as Abadage will take one down the bottom lane. Memento will be able to escape with his life. True Shot Barrage comes down, and here comes Abadage. Somebody order the cleanup crew because Misfits are all over aisle 4. Schalke take them down. And what looked like a slow laning phase was exactly what Schalke wanted. It was clean, it was calculated, and it was a crisp win for Schalke over Misfits.
Schalke doing Schalke things in this. Absolutely play around most of your lanes here. So we talked about the Cassiopeia. It's a Nocturne locked in for Xerxes. That's a bit more of a Xerxes special here. Not a bad choice, actually. I think that this rounds out the comp a little bit more, and a very good bonus AD on your Q, plus the damage on your Q. Getting a bit of a trade in bot lane. That might have to be...
Fancies
it. He's got Ignite.
Somebody here's available. Ignite is sticking. No! That's first blood picked up with the help of a minion.
Like you say, yells at you and kind of just nullifies that lane.
Oh, Dreams this time round finds the flay, but the death sentence goes wide. No target secured. Selfmade looks for the engage with the flash, trying to find the knockup.
He's not got it.
Norscaron is running away with his life, but here comes Period. No ultimate available. Now Splice get jumped on one more time. Selfmade continues to look for some pressure. Another missed death sentence. Dreams is not finding the skill shots, and Splice return the damage. Find themselves a kill into Selfmade. Remember, SK started that play.
Let's see whether he can do something on the other side of the
Okay, this is a good play for SK Gaming. They understand they've got pressure in multiple lanes. They force bot, they force mid, and they secure them. It is hugely impactful into champions like Pyke and LeBlanc. Phantom Undertow goes forward. That's a good enough stun. Petrifying Gaze completely misses the important targets, and Humanoid is yet to be touched. But here comes Period. Great, that was a nice ultimate, but there's no damage follow-up. Crown Shot's not close enough. Norscaron's running for his life, but Xerxes is in trouble. You're gonna find the blast code. Defensive flashes. How did nobody die?
That was ridiculously close. The first Xerxes ult of the game, and it almost got him killed, but Period.
Oh my goodness!
Over, just a tip over the wall.
And Dad Foxdrop. Oh, hold this thought. There's the engage from Norscaron. Finds a Pyke hook and not going to be following up just yet. Death from below comes down. Hourglass has been used. Xerxes is the first one to go down. Paranoia helped only a little. There's one for Kobe. They're trading kills back and forth. Imperial's looking to run down Norscaron. But Selfmade's left alone. He uses the Hourglass, and Selfmade will be taken down. It ends up being a 2-1/2
iron power strike. Like, he's strong at that point. He's able to carry these team fights, and this is the first action we've seen top 8, Joe.
It is.
First time we've seen it.
It's a 2.5, 3,000 gold lead. And it looks like Norscaron's going hunting. Dreams is already down. There's Kobe now jumping onto the tower. Bone Skewer is being channeled. It's sharp. Dreams manages to find the death sentence, the Petrifying Gaze. And this time round, Dreams and Crown Shot land the CC, take the tower down. 19 minutes and 56 seconds. Foxtrot, one remaining member on Splice, continuing to stand up and step up for the squad.
I think if we can take this is how it is, I suppose. SK poised to take the first mid tower in this game as well. This game has looked a little bit slow as far as what teams have been able to do. A lot of that is because after the third Dragon's dead, we might be able to dabble into the P word.
Okay, so we'll get in there. And the P word we're talking about is playoffs.
To be fair, I think the difficulty and what's exciting about the LEC this year is we don't know how Misfits are actually whether they're gonna fix their problems. Fnatic, whether they're gonna come back to form. I feel like Splice aren't a top 3 team.
Okay.
Are they a playoff team? I think they can
Probably.
be. Yes.
Let's see if Humanoid can get any damage down as Chachi uses the cleanse to get away from the hook. Now the tower survives.
Where's one?
Once again, a defensive nocturnal. There's a Chachi goes down. Death sentence finds a target onto Kobe as he's taken out as well. Broken shot.
What if it's preemptively TPing here, because whereas they use things to get those kills, What if still has Zoma up if they want to turn.
All right, Norscaron forced to run for his life. Slicing Maelstrom is up by Whirlip. He uses the Hourglass. Baron down to 50% HP. Xerxes has got his smite available and a flash to get into the pit. 2,000 HP. It's a smite fight in the pit, and Xerxes is way too late. But Humanoid picks off Whirlip up in the top of the fight, and Norscaron's running for his life. Humanoid's looking for Crown Shot. He's low on mana. He cannot get the Twin Fangs. He cannot get the Miasma, and Crown Shot's forced to run for his life. Gets one lost spell.
It's not the first time we've seen these hideous Baron plays where laners are actually taking it away. Splice.
Dreams is hitting the key hooks.
Yeah. Dreams is doing really well, Norscaron's done really well as well this game. Like, both of these supports are picking these proactive, aggressive supports, and they're finding the pits. And this is it, where SK decide, okay, we killed 2 people, what we're going to do here, we're going to go for that Baron. Another hook lands onto Norscaron. Whirlip goes a little bit too far forward here, but it's all good.
We're back to life, Fox.
We're back to life.
And the Baron empowered SK Gaming are sieging into the base of Splice. They force Vizichachi away, who's able to escape with his life thanks to the flash. Now Humanoid looking for a target on a Selfmade. Selfmade's still got the GA available to him, and the Sterix was proc thanks to those change. Inhibitor drops, Crown Shot. That made me a little nervous as he stepped forward to take it.
For them to be able to pick up that Baron and then go mid, get the objective and back out without losing anyone.
Vitality and Fnatic. We'll get that up in just a moment as SK take their 6th tower of the game. They've got the gold lead, and for SK, if they can pick up a surprise win against Vitality and the rematch from Fnatic picked that up at 2-0. Like, a head-to-head advantage when it comes to tiebreakers is so important in trying to climb up the standings.
Yeah, and we didn't really want to talk too much about the P word in week 4, but this is a game really you have to win if you want to make playoffs, and Splice are finally going to be proactive.
Yes, they are going to try, but they're not going to find a target just yet. They're waiting for the Xin ultimate to turn off. Can't get the damage down until it has. Death from below is being held up, waiting to see for Norskeren. Can he find a target to drop down? Visit Chachi, I think he mistimed that ulti, flew straight over the GA. Now big damage from Humanoid, and still nobody goes down.
Break 4 Splice this game is what Humanoid can do. He's very strong. He's able to. He has so much damage here. He's even got that Void Staff. Like he's
He's looking for Dream.
Look at that damage.
1-2, not gonna find the kill just yet because Kobe actually helps him out. Final tick is secured by Humanoid. There goes Xerxes. He now jumps onto Pyrian in the mid lane. Teleport comes down from Vizichachi. He's looking for some more damage. Splice
so close.
have found themselves a pick. Crown shot steps forward. Petrifying Gaze is available. Doesn't stun.
But that is beyond doing well.
It's just 5-2-2, 100% kill participation.
Make those aggressive plays, those proactive plays, but especially for Humanoid.
Oh,
okay.
Good
Nice.
damage. Nicely done by Humanoid. Remember, both of these teams had 0-2 weeks last week, and that might be where the nerfs come from. Humanoid, whoa, with the help of Norskeren. There's a death from below, but the slicing Maelstrom gets 2 back. It's a 2-for-2. As the cleanup fight commences, Kobe is looking to run down Selfmade. An 80 carry versus an 80 carryless team means Kobe runs rampant. Splice have now access to the Baron pit, and they have no jungle on the opposition side.
That's going to be Baron for Splice as well, and it all starts with Humanoid. The confident play right there to double distort into the 2 carries, chunks them down, and actually picks up Crown Shot on the backside of that as well. And it hasn't been able to do. You're getting a little bit twitchy because you're actually really close to winning, and we're getting 40 minutes in. But this is what happens, you know. If you're playing versus kind of that predatory mid laner, that kind of vulture who's lurking around, then you have to have that vision.
And also, it goes back to something you were saying earlier, Foxtrot.
But if we look, not only does he have the GA, but he also has the stopwatch. So he can absolutely be that primary engage now. And Humanoid with the Banshees, it's much easier for him to jump over walls or whatever, or just jump into teams and just do exactly what he's doing.
By the way, better late than never, okay? 20 minutes ago, I asked my stats team to start perusing through the database. I did 7 seconds, so not only was the quick stats instincts correct, but stats confirmed it, so good job, team. All right, there's the engage now from Splice, but is this the fight that they want? Is it Chachi? Can't find the fear beyond death just yet. Nobody's low enough. Death sentence into play, and now Chachi puts the damage down to Pyrian. Pyrian escaping for his life. Nobody's going down yet. It's beefy meat tank versus beefy meat tank, and another beefy meat tank gets hit, and nobody dies again. Although Whirlip is in a little bit of trouble. The chains, the proc, the electro the turnaround, and finally somebody dies.
The return kill right there as well, and Splice, oh gosh, they're gonna get the Elder Dragon.
Oh, they do indeed. All right, Splice pick up a 3 Dragon Elder, but can they get away with their lives? Norskeren goes for the dive, trying to do what he can. Does he get the death from below? Out, and now Kobe's running for his life. Vizichachi gets caught by the decimating smash, and it's a rumble in the jungle as Vizichachi is getting caught out, helped out by Kobe. Simply too late to the party.
Yo, is that? Oh,
Look, exposed inhibitors for both teams. 7,000 gold advantage for Splice. Plus
Look at Humanoid's positioning here.
If Humanoid can find Crown Shot, this is going to be an easy win. Baron is starting to reset. Teleports and Culling's used, so those are some big cooldowns.
Oh, Vizzy!
Chachi's in the pit! Chachi's in the pit! He goes down the exhaust, he's waiting to find it! That was a blast! Cone! Suicide! But will it get turned around? He's going to be alive just for a few more seconds. Chachi needs to get some support from the team. Not going to happen. He goes for the disdain. Turns the damage back into SK. That was a self-kill suicide by Splice. And now SK Gaming have the numbers advantage in the pits.
We're getting G2 flashbacks right here. Kobe is TP.
I felt as betrayed watching that as when I did Anakin killing the younglings in Star Wars. Now Selfmade gets pulled over the fence and he gets knocked back. Manages to escape with his life for now. Baron is picked up by SK Gaming, but Splice needs to win this fight. Cersei's gonna go down. He's got GA to get back up. Needs to get some damage. Vizichachi will help pop the GA of Selfmade. Nobody's officially dead just yet. It's just items being popped and cracked and passive. Whirlip looks for the Maelstrom. Won't be able to do anything else. Fear beyond death, that's one. Splice are smashing the fight.
Look at
and
the base.
Super Minions are smashing the base. It all comes down to this. Crown Shot to defend the Nexus.
He's the lone man. There are no teleports on Splice, but will it be enough? for SK to hold on right here. Crown Strike is a one-man army, and Splice are looking for that bot side. They're going for the finish here.
And I'm going to be self-indulgent because that's what I like. Here's a quick stat for you. The longest game of the spring split. Of course it features Splice. They are pushing onto the Nexus turret. They have already caught Crown Shot. Yes, he gets a petrifying gaze, but he is blown up where he stands. And Splice will take down SK. Let's try that again. Splice will take down SK.
Better late than never, Trevor. A few times in professional play, it's one of those that is relatively safe, especially if you have not got a losing jungle matchup, so you can get a little bit of help, and it is going to be that Zori. So yeah, but one of the games...
You're right, you're right.
Okay, cool. I'm not... Sorry. Yeah.
Believe in yourself, Foxtrot.
Every point that I built up, see whether or not... Oh, he's actually popping it here.
Here we go. Goes in. Looking for the chase. Profit. Get some damage down with the chain rash. Shot duck knees comes out. Alpha looking for the ultimate. Vivian connects. He's pulled into the meat grinder. And Burst Blood comes in. All 5 members up towards this fight. We did there on the front line, but Rogue maybe trying to collapse from both sides. Rift Herald going down. The smite comes out. So no one by Kickers. Now the fight erupts. Woodid jumps onto the back line. Patrick forced away. Cold there on the front line as well, but Woodid is just going to try and get away from this one. Rogue pops the stopwatch, but soon enough he will be not long for Summoner's Rift. He's down. Origin get 2 kills. They lose the Rift Herald, and I believe it was picked up as well.
Oh, okay. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. I thought that was going to be a bit spicy if it wasn't. This could be a gang coming into the top lane, though.
There we go. Kick is there as well as Wood did. Alfari. Yeah, it's not really going to be able to go too many places. Stunned up, locked down. First kill of the game for Rogue. They get the shutdown on towards the Urgot.
They're going to lose the first bar tower here because bot lane only has 1 plate. But a tower plate is actually worth more than first bar tower anyway. So it's actually not that much. You get 150 from killing first bar tower, and you get 160 for killing plates.
Yep.
So it's actually not that bad if they put this Herald top. Sadly, they're about 10 seconds too late in order for them to actually get all. He's had some pressure here with that invade into the enemy blue buff. Like, he's been able to do a few things. But really for Zori, you're looking to get those sleepy bubble troubles. It might be you're going to be revealed, and then that's when you start getting caught out of position, and when it's a lot harder for you to do those things. And
is this a dead nuke dark? With the ignite, he would have got it. Apollo jumps forward for the ignite. Zoe is a disgusting champion, I think, were your words, Fox.
I think it's a kill in League of Legends, and we're going to move on.
I'm just going to jump in here, straight onto Silas. Got the route across the wall on that ward, and Patrick can just get the chase out. Profit pops out the Whirling Death, but only spells.
Right now it's not happening, but in the mid lane.
Senko's tanking up the tower. Mithy here as well. Cold, just going to fight against Senko's for the moment. We did trying to distract. Kick is on his way, but here comes Patrick. Kick is jumps straight onto him. The Cinder's coming down from the top side of the fight, but already Mithy so low. 1 kill on each side. Kick is jumps onto the back line, gets Mithy as well. Alfari, though, getting onto Hiku, and we did knock back into the tower. We did looks for the stun. Hiku caught out, brought back into the meat grinder. And Origin will come out with 3 kills to 2.
This Urgot was a first pick, remember, as well. This is what happens in the meta right now, where you're picking your poison and you're saying, okay, which OP do we want to play against? In this game, it's the Urgot. It was the very first pick of the game, which means that Rogue had all the tools to deal with him if they wanted to, and Origin came out on top.
Yeah, Origin definitely on top. Double Mountain and an Ocean in their back pockets now. 20 minutes into the game.
Those paddle stars and the Varus arrows, man, they hurt.
Oh, I thought I was going to get the chase onto Kickers here, but we did just left to the wolves by his team. Both Sankooks and Kickers ran away, and we did pops the ultimate, but not really much you can do to survive in that case. Nuke Duck gets the kill. Profit will get bot lane tower, but you have to feel it's a mere morsel of consolidation. Redemption comes out as well. Sankooks actually, they've just disengaged. They don't want to fight it. They're going to give up the Baron. Origin secure it. 23 minutes in, they'll take it.
Why?
And with it, a monumental lead.
If you're going for a full lethality build on the Varus, is if you do itemize into Edge of Night, it helps.
Yeah, like Kickers is behind Origin, and they know he's there because he cleared out a pink ward, so this tower is pretty much gone. Maybe they'll look for a play afterwards if they can land the Sleepy Trouble Bubble, which they do. Don't get connect with tags.
Easy?
Yeah, but you have to play to your opponents.
Exactly, and I think Origin, you know, this game has looked...
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't really get what you were going for there, Foxtrot. Yeah. Okay. If he's coughing in my bedroom, I can flame him.
All right.
Inhibitor even before that, because we know Kickers is down towards the bottom side, as is Profit. Wanted to get the Demolish proc off on that tower, couldn't quite get it, but now they'll go back, they'll reset the vision around this Baron. You can see the pings coming out.
For Rogue to do with this the first time, and if this goes down for a second time here, when Origin...
Kickers is dead, so No real chance of a smite speed still anymore.
That's going to close the book on the Baron story right there. That's it. You know, like Kikis has to look for these kind of things because he knows his team isn't going to win unless he does that, or perhaps that's the desperation that he's feeling. You know, and he wants to take the. You know,
they have to teleport back to stop Origin pushing in their base with the Baron bomb. So that's the inhibitor tower down in the mid. This is going to be top follow shortly after. Origin will get that inhib. They'll look for their second as well. And 29 minutes into the game, very much closing out this matchup. You have to feel. Origin looking for their third win of the LEC. And maybe a route to winning ways.
Just painting by numbers at this point, Medic.
That's exactly.
To find the straggler, to find the lazy player who's not respecting him, who's kind of gone a little bit asleep, just like Afari has there, and, you know, it's just out of position. But he's not finding it, instead he's just finding death.
With the jumps onto Nuke on the back line, Prophet and Alpha trading blows, trading ultimates as well. Cole's chasing seconds up towards the top side of the map, but now EQ forced down, lands the piercing arrow, but X lands straight in his skull. He's done. Prophet chased off by Mithy as well. The ignite into Soul Shackle should be enough. And already Origin are looking at the Nexus towers. Easy enough secure for them. 31 minutes in, they did it by the numbers, but it's definitely a thumbs up game for Origin. They will take their third win of the LEC and go back to winning ways. Good stuff all around from Origin, of course, to be able to take down the Nexus. They'll dive the fountain for just a moment longer to make me keep talking, and there it goes. Origin did the split as well in their only win up against Rogue last week. There's the LeBlanc for Exile though, so he's taking that skill matchup in the mid lane, going all in aggressive, and Kadril will be taking the Aatrox into the score differential at the 15-minute mark, and we're seeing a little bit of that here as Exile is behind and Jessica's behind as well, but not going to be able to talk about that too much more as Kadril went in, got Dragon Rage kicked away. And I want to see how XL keep the gold even in this mid game and then make fights happen. Going in with the invade. Lots of damage going out from Nemesis. That's first blood. Charm lands onto XL as well. He's trying to jump away, uses the flash. Kissing lands a good Winter's Bite from the side, but just a little bit.
The big thing is that Syndra's ultimate just came back up. It was on cooldown, it just has now ticked, and now that they have that big power, they're going to go for it.
Teleport coming out here from XL. You can't cancel that anymore, and Fnatic can just jump across the wall.
Strength that we expect of him is hold on. Speaking of expect.
Yeah, Whippo pops the Ghost. Expect looking for the chase potential here. Steals away the ultimate. XL gets jumped on in the mid lane by Broxer. Great Sonic Wave from him. Lands straight onto XL. That's an easy enough kill. Good stuff from Fnatic and Whippo.
Rotating their numbers advantage back to top side for Herald.
Oh, Kadril caught out here by Nemesis. Sonic Wave doesn't quite connect. Kadril pops the World Ender. XL on the flank. Can they do something about this? XL decide they don't want to take the fight yet. Expect not there.
And this is Fnatic recognizing that they have the numbers advantage since they pulled the trigger early on rotating Whippo. Silas
for them to take. There are still towers on the map. There's still free gold standing there for them. XL jumps in onto Nemesis. Gets a lot of damage down with the Ethereal Chains, but Broxer here on the chase as well as Hillsang comes in from the side. Broxer, flash kick! XL flashes away, uses the double assaultion. Hillsang, of course, doesn't have the ultimate to chase.
But they do have the minion wave and now free time with this tower as Urgot's also rotating around behind it, so damage already done. They didn't get the kill, but they got exactly what they came for, which means that if Fnatic do get this Rift Herald, they don't have to waste it.
Kadril on his way down. That Rift Herald isn't that low yet, but Kasing and Jessica have to worry about the fact that Nemesis is just going to get knocked up over the wall, and the chase is on. Fear Beyond Death will not connect, but there's a lot of damage down as Kasing. Jessica jumping around. Great stuff from him to escape. Kasing gets away as well, but the Red Smite says not today. Fnatic didn't want the Rift Herald, they just wanted the kill.
Yeah, from bad to worse, and it's just the adaptation of recognizing that Excel were out of position, that Fnatic could continue to take whatever they want. That's now all of the outer towers down, which means, again, if this Rift Herald does fall...
Definitely is. The Ocean Drake, this second dragon secured here from Fnatic. They'll have a fiery boy and a watery boy in there on Whippo. And they will just take it down. And this is all Fnatic need to do. Like, we're getting this point now where League of Legends...
Opposite sides of the map. The problem is that they still had access to Rift Herald.
Oh.
They're still grouped up. They've still got the creep wave, and no one can stop them. There's not enough good wave clear on XL to slow down Fnatic.
This inhibits are going to be opened up in 20 minutes. Great stuff for Fnatic. Expect steals away the Fear Beyond Death, but Fnatic don't even really need to do too much more.
Jungle, make sure that all of the aggressive wards from Fnatic are out of here, and then he wants to get some wards onto the Baron, because right now, better team fighters than what I've seen from XL.
If we get to 4 items apiece, who's scared? Oh my god. Exile's dead. Reckless flashes forward for it. Exile actually almost gets away, but Reckless gets the kill against Misfits. Can you do it again? It's on Expect, hasn't got the answer spell, but this time Kadril can get into the pit, of course, dashing across the wall. 3,000 HP left on the Baron, 2,000 now. Fnatic waiting to secure it. They have the Lee Sin Sonic Wave kick.
Yeah, Broxer just needs to go over this wall, kick him away, and then smite.
Kadril kicked away, he smites it.
That's how you do it. Game from Fnatic. Again, I feel like they fumbled maybe a little bit some of their early game, not being as proactive as I would have liked them to do, but otherwise a much better look from Fnatic this time around.
Already opened up that inhibitor tower in the bottom lane. Whippo on the front line. Plays up a little bit of damage, but he's just going to purge and get that shield up. There's the inhibitor down. XL. Oh, I thought he was going to fall there. Nemesis does have the ultimate, still holding on to it. Expected stolen away the Dragon's Rage kick as well. Second inhibitor the target for Fnatic, and XL really can't do too much about this. They'll give it up. The ghosts of their base just something about their wave, but it's so hard to clear away when it's Baron up.
And it's just a really high risk, really low reward for XL to take any sort of team fight here. Push forward.
I think a really good sign for Fnatic is how patient they were with that play. They had a cannon wave coming in, but they didn't want to go for it. Kato, though, trying to get onto the backline. Worldender comes out as well. And that's a lot of damage on towards the Aatrox. Vibion's death doesn't connect, but XL went for the engage to get nothing out of it. Fnatic still basically full HP. Whippo just tanking up the chains. That's the third inhibitor tower down. Super minions pushing in the side lanes as well, and Fnatic are looking for their second win of the split. This has been a tumultuous LEC Spring split for them, but now much cleaner, much stronger. Fnatic seem to be back in action and coming back fighting against XL.
And this question is this dominant victory over XL enough for Fnatic fans to get excited about this team, enough for us to forgive them of their previous sins in earlier weeks, because they looked pretty hot today.
They definitely did. Voxer gets the kick away, just trying to get the final fights off. The Nexus goes down. Fnatic with their second win as they fell XL here in week 4. And
take Olaf's pathing and be smart and try to play around that and avoid him in the early game, then I think the Karthus pick is really great here, especially considering that Vitality doesn't have a single tank in that team.
Ooh, difficult spot to be. Now, Whippo, as you are a top laner as well, I do want to get your thoughts.
Alex and Mickey a bit pushed up. Do you have the flashes?
This is the only window that Mowgli can do
very
this.
short. He's just got locked up.
Yes!
Down. Mowgli comes in.
God.
We saw Perks die in a Lucian Braum lane.
I wonder if that was a direct response to...
Oh! Until it's still ignited here. Doesn't have the flash. Obviously doesn't have the relentless pursuit. Skittles dodged out. Flash forward from Perks. Oh, he orders the wrong one! Okay, now Pressar win game. They get the kill in the end.
Yep. And we'll see if Wonder's able to do anything here. That's level 6.
Mowgli does have the Ragnarok, one still on the chase, pops down the Cataclysm. Flash is available for Mowgli, he waits to use it. There's the Equalizer down as well, but Cap's coming in for the chase. Flashes forward, kills one, has the Twilight Shroud as well to get away from Cabochard, just dodging in that invisibility. Jizuke eats a wall of pain, dodges a couple of the Skittles, jumps forward with a distortion, dodges away from Wonder. Cap's over the wall, ignited, he's done. Jizuke flashed the wall as well, but now Mickey's going all the way up towards the top side of the fight. Jackdaw trying to get towards his top lane to save him, but Cabochard doesn't really have anywhere to go. Dodging away from the laywaits, but eventually falls. 2 kills in favor of G2. Mickey's still on the chase here. Jizuke might just turn it onto him. That's a very squishy Thresh. Jizuke trying to use the clone, but Mickey has his number. The hook doesn't connect, but Yanko's coming in from the side as well, and Wonder will get the kill. G2 now 4 kills to 2 up. Only 8 minutes into the game.
It's a fact that the gold went everywhere than it needed to be. The fact that Karthus, like you're saying, has a springboard, that Caps is a call he got fed, and also the Jarvan.
Predator use Perks, jumps in. He's underneath the tower, locked up with the concussive blows again. He tried to get to the lantern, but couldn't get there. Mowgli ganking bot on the Olaf. We knew he'd do it. Caps and Yankos on the chase here. Mowgli does not have the flash, and Caps can just chase him down. Try and farm up some minions, Mowgli. That's all you're good for at the moment. Yankos gets the kill. But again, we see damage there from the Lucian. Didn't really need to step up to the plate. But Mountain Drake goes over to Vitality. It's still 200 gold between the two teams. Back to that gold view after Caps fights against Jizuke here. Ethereal Chains comes out. Caps jumps back forward. Holy moly. That's a lot of damage. Mowgli is actually in the bush. Jizuke dodging around Caps. Uses the second proc of the perfect execution. There is the redemption as well, and Caps is ignited. Jumps away. The Requiem isn't down. Just enough. And Caps gets the heal from the Triumph as well. Says Yankos, you can press R, but I can press D ever so slightly quicker.
I mean, he's always going to have to respect this Olaf in the jungle.
There is the first tower of the game, though, for Vitality. They utilize their bot. Mowgli is coming just in from the side as well. Teleport in from Cabochard. Has the Equalizer. Counter teleport used, but Cabochard now not in the best of shapes because Yankos and Perks can just turn straight onto him. Attila also going to get called out as well. Cabochard down, pops the Equalizer, but he's already dead. Attila has the flash. And Vitality licking their wounds. They save the mid lane tower, but only just.
Completely different page on that teleport there. Cabochard is level 11. He's got 2 points into the ultimate. That's the power window that you want to fight in. But if the rest of Vitality aren't on the same page and capitalizing when you teleport in it back.
No, he is not. Yankos So that's my Rift Scholar. Just going to put the Skittles down, and actually the Equalizer will do quite a bit of damage here. Wonder coming in as well. Cabochard looking for that Blast Cone, put in the Cataclysm, uses the Blast Cone to get away, but Perks can still get to the chase off here. True Shot Barrage eats through the Rumble, and that is a very dead top laner. Vitality trying to do something on the top side of the map though, but can you catch Caps? Because up until now it's been a very difficult prospect. Jizuke jumps under the tower. Okay, Jizuke's dead to the Requiem. Jankos gets it. And yeah, you can't kill Caps. Don't gank Caps. It's like, don't chase Singe. Don't gank Caps. They're going to try and do it again. Here we go. Jack Troll takes it up. Teleport comes in. Jack Troll runs away. Vitality run away. And Caps did nothing in the entirety. He literally just stood under the tower and said, come at me. Mickey with the flash play in. Caps still there as well. That's a very dead Thresh. We're going to pay for it with a couple of lives at least. Caps still on the chase. Jumps all the way back to the top.
So there was so much that went wrong for Vitality there. It was the decision for Cabo to be in the river without his team. He gives away his ultimate. It automatically means they have no access to Infernal. You can't find it. You don't have Rumble ultimate. And then they double down on 4 choices.
Away, passive comes out. That is the clone. Wonder might look for the engage, but realizes now that it's a clone. Can just jump onto Cabochard and Jack Troll if he wants, pops them in the Cataclysm, puts them in this Doom room as Jankos comes in as well. There's so much damage from the Defile. The Redemption comes out, already one down. Wonder is the one to fall. He gives over a bounty to Vitality. Chizuke picks it up, and Caps on the chase. Jumping forward with the Shuriken, pops down that Twilight Shroud as well. He's going to get Mowgli for himself. 3-1-4 on the Akali, and that first pick is coming up dividends for G2.
G2 just slamming Vitality into the meat grinder. Again, we talked about how Jarvan can work against champions like Olaf, work against champions like Rumble, but how he works with champions like Karthus.
Caps jumps in onto Attila. They're just looking for the tower, but Caps is just in the middle of all 4 players. Perfect execution onto the Lantern.
Oh no.
Jizuke jumps all the way in, though can't quite find the connection. And Caps is showing Perks how you use the Lantern effectively.
Is anyone going to stop Caps?
No.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh, they all survive! It is an indictment of the state of this game that Vitality fans are cheering because they didn't die to a Requiem.
But the problem is they link to it. So how do they play around the Karthus, and how do they play around this Akali?
Caps put the Shuriken onto Jack Troll, not going to go for it. There's the culling as well, hits onto Perks. Takes a little bit of his health bar down, but not enough. Attila took more in response. Jizuke gets the chains. That's a chunked out Mickey.
The problem is that even if you get vision control away from this comp,
I love the start with the Requiem, because immediately Caps just jumps in. That is a dead Lucian. Jizuke tries to get with the back line, but he can't even kill Jankos. He gets chunked out as well. Perks is on a killing spree. Mickey gets the kill onto Jizuke, and this is just clean stuff from G2. Absolutely beautiful League of Legends, playing their composition to a T. No! I love it from Cabochard. He's just like, mate, I'm out. I'm yeeting out of here. And eventually just gets knocked up anyway. It's the ace for G2. And you know what I said 1 minute ago, Frost? What did I say? I say, oh, G2, they get to about this.
You can throw out your flag, see what you fish there. You got the Lantern from Thresh as well as his death sentence. Like, there's so much non-committal.
That's a shame, guys. I'm sorry. G2 are just going to keep winning for a while.
It was a good run.
It was. I love it. And now they've got a magic 8 ball there. It's like shaking it. What do we do next? What do we do next? Try again later. Okay. Caps underperforming. Less than 10,000 damage in this game. It's just a disgrace, Caps. Come on, step it up. Stunned up in the Twilight Shroud.
He's 1v3.
Welcome to a Twilight Shroud. Wonder pushing in the bottom lane. Top lane is being pushed in by Perks and Mickey. I think Karthus is up there as well. Here comes the Requiem. Say a prayer to the gods, Vitality, because Cabochard almost gets 1-degged. That is the tower going down. G2 already got the inhib in the bottom lane, looking for the inhib in mid as well, can push towards the top lane. Vitality don't have a hope in hell of doing anything this game. Jackson's going to jump in, but there's the Twilight Shroud once again. Caps clicks the Lantern. No amount of wards can stop him. Redemption comes out as well. Perks jumping forward. Maybe Vitality can do something. Jizuke gets onto Perks. Perks is unstoppable though. He gets one. That's a second for Wonder. And Vitality is going to get cleaned up in their own base. Caps goes golden. And Attila and Jizuke just trying to get something. They get him! They fell Caps before G2 clean up the ace. This will be the final inhibitor down, and G2 in our match of the week show they are without parallel at the moment in the LEC. No one can stop them. No one can stand up to the G2 army.
It didn't even look hard. All smiles across G2. They absolutely spanked Vitality there.
It was a spanking. I think that's the best way to describe it. I thought maybe that the chaos style that we know from Vitality would bring G2 down into the dirt, but G2 is just like, we were born in the dirt. We were molded by it. We can do chaos style every day of the week.
But the thing is I think that doesn't give actual credit to G2 and how crisp and clean their strategy was, how well the synergy between the different pieces of their composition worked. The fact that you have, you know, Akali versus Thresh, having interactions there, that she can hide herself in the shroud, and then you drop the lantern. It makes it that much harder to actually kill the Akali if you ever do catch her out of position. The fact of how well Karthus and Jarvan work together by locking everyone down into your massive AoE damage. It's so many different pieces that come together for G2, and then you put on top of it the fact that they have such high mechanical abilities in every single position.
I think like it's always hard to say there were weaknesses in that team when they dominate